Hello, fish tubers. Figured I would make a little video and talk to you today about Shrimp Tower. So Shrimp Tower it's kind of a silly name, but it is a setup where I have set a stack of 6 10-gallon tanks with the idea that they would contain shrimp-only tanks. And I know you saw that betta fish down there. That is just a temporary deal for him. He kind of bounces around a little bit. And he got his tail chewed up. So he's going to live in there for a minute. Let's start over here. This 10-gallon, I've got just a couple of Anubias in there. And this one is supposed to contain... here we are. It's got some blue dream shrimp in there. Now, haven't seen a lot of breeding out of these yet. Haven't seen a lot of success. There are also some, right there if you can see it, if it'll focus. But there's also some daphnia in there. You might see those floating around a little bit here and there. I'm hoping to have a culture going of those that I can sustain over time. That's a pretty good one right there. See if I can't get the camera to focus on him or her. But yeah, there's some good ones in here. This colony is really young, really just getting started, so not really much to say about it. But yeah, you can definitely see the daphnia kind of making their way around. And of course, like every tank I have, or virtually every tank, there are ramshorn snails in here. I love ramshorn snails. I keep them in almost every tank I have. It's one of the first things I add right alongside plants whenever I build a tank. And it's great. I mean, they're great food for puffers, and I have a few tanks of puffers that you'll see in a future video. But yeah, very good stuff. This one here is a little bit, like the coloration's a little off over there. Maybe that one's getting ready to molt or something. I don't know if you're seeing it. Anyway, over here to the next, we're moving to the right, the other tank on the top. These, like, I'm kind of torn on these because they're breeding really, really well for me. And I bought them off of eBay. I bought them as green venom shrimp. Now they look black to me. Now it could be my eyes just not being good, but I also noticed that if you light them from the side, they do have some interesting sheen. Like you can see a green sheen to some of these. That rhymed, sorry. But you can see a green sheen to a lot of these shrimp. I'm trying to light them just right and hold the camera. It's a little awkward, but you get what I'm saying. I don't know long term what I think about this. If I'm gonna, like these ones back here on the filter, I don't know if that's coming across really well. Let me try to zoom. Those show up. Those look exactly like what I thought I was buying. That's exactly what the thing should look like. And it could be that they're like right underneath the light. But they look pretty cool, like if they're lit just right. And maybe I need a bigger light on this. I have one tank sharing a light that's probably big enough for like one 10-gallon. But yeah, these look pretty cool when you get them in the right light. I don't think it's ever a shrimp that I would necessarily like sell to someone, because I think there's just high likelihood that someone would take these shrimp, put them in their tank and think, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I bought. But I think they're cool, so I'll keep them. I probably, like I said, probably won't offer them for sale anywhere or any of that, but they're neat. Of course, ramshorn snails again. And speaking of that light, now I know I said maybe that light's not powerful enough, but I love these little lights. They sell them at PetSmart, and they are $20 each. And this light can, like, I straddle it over 2 10-gallon tanks, and you can see they're lit pretty well. Like, they're lit pretty well for what it is. You know, and they give a nice shimmer. Please disregard my dirty garage wall. But they give a nice shimmer. So, I'm not mad at it. I love those lights. You're going to see those lights are everywhere in my fish room. Like, they're all over the place. I definitely am an enthusiast behind those lights. So yeah, so up here we've got Blue Dream. Over here we have some green venom, as they were sold to me. I don't know what you'd call them necessarily, but kind of cool. Got to get them in just the right light to kind of see what they're supposed to look like, but kind of cool nonetheless. Moving down, sorry, I got my finger in front of the camera there. Maybe I'll cut that out. Moving down, you're going to see some cool stuff, I think, right? This is 2 10-gallons in the middle. And it's super basic, right? Super basic stuff. I've got a nice deep sand bed if you look here. Because the, yeah, I don't know. It's just something I wanted to try. Something I wanted to do. I've got a few tanks running around with a deep sand bed. Over on this side, you're going to see Bloody Mary shrimp. And Bloody Mary shrimp are... They're a tough strain for me, because they're a strain where I have gotten some in the past where I get them and I don't even know, is it just really good high grade, you know, fire shrimp or whatever. And I know the rostrums, or whatever you call it, supposed to be a little different and stuff. I'm trying to light these so you can see them a little better, but these look like really good quality Bloody Mary shrimp to me. I'm happy with this strain. I'm happy with these. So I actually bought a couple of packs, couple of 10 packs from the vendor. Oh, looks like, hey, I don't know if that's showing up, but look, we've got shrimplets. Pretty exciting. I am happy. That's actually the first time I've seen it, and there's some over there too. There's one there. First time I've seen shrimplets. Oh, there's a lot of them. That's so cool. But anyways, yeah, I would get, you know, I'd get a lot of culls. I'd get a lot of, like, just not the right coloration, not the right kind. Some just flat out clear. So I always have trouble, like, really liking a strain of Bloody Mary that I get. So I bought a couple of those when I got them. Now, you know, interesting, just a little detour here. You'll see the lights are actually different here. I'm just using, like, an under cabinet light. Because you could daisy chain these things super easy, hook them together, and it's just really cheap. Like, it's just really cheap. You get like a 6-pack of these for $40 or something on Amazon, and it'll take care of your really low light plants like your Anubias or Crips or things like that. So yeah, that's what's going on under the hood over here. On this right side of this level, we have a interesting shrimp that I really, really like. This one was sold as blood orange. So I'm going to take a look at those. They're really deep orange. Some of them are almost like a brick red. I don't know if that's maybe the different sexes or whatever. But it's super cool, like this strain. And I've had in the past, again, I think orange is another color of shrimp that I've had a little bit of trouble getting really good specimens. So I'm really enthusiastic about this. You could see in the back there, I just took a little crypt that I had in another tank and threw it in, kind of hoping that it would spread. Got to get a root tab in there for it, but that's what's going on over here. A couple of these guys, and you can see I'm running sponge filters on everything. It's kind of cheap, easy, just to run a sponge filter. And you know, great for the shrimp, right? Because they love grazing on the thing. They love to graze on it. So coming down here, I don't even know how many of these shrimp we're going to be able to see, but I have in this one, oh, there's some up here. So I've got some golden back yellow shrimp. Just good old school golden back yellows. You can actually see I still have their little plastic netting that they arrived in. in there. And then just a big giant bed of lava rock, right, for them. So it breeds a lot of beneficial bacteria, gives them a lot of grazing space to pick over, all of that stuff. So that's what's down here on the left. On this side, it is just an algae forest. Like I said, this betta fish is in here. He kind of had a little bit of a rough go. You can see his tail is frayed. So I've got him in here where he won't have anybody to mess with him. And then these are carbon really, the shrimp that are in here. And I don't know how many you're going to see. There's actually one behind him. If he wasn't such a ham, you might see him. Yeah, there it is. So there's one right there. Kind of hard to see the difference. I don't see a whole lot of other ones in here right now. They might be kind of hiding. I know in the tanks where I have this lava rock, they can really get underneath. Really get in there and hide. But I'm not all that concerned about the algae. Whatever. It's not bad for things, you know. And this is just to breed up shrimp, so, you know, why not? Give them some grazing, whatever. They'll be good. And of course, ramshorn snails, just like everywhere else. So that is Shrimp Tower. I feed them a couple of different foods. I kind of mix it up. Sometimes I'll just throw flake in there, let it go down to the... I like the Shrimpy Party food from Shrimpy Business online. I like just bottom tabs, you know, from Extreme. And then, of course, shrimp dinner, right? That's good, too. And the hope is just that I can get some really big colonies, you know. So that's Shrimp Tower. I appreciate you coming by, checking it out. Be sure to give you a little bit of an update down the road a piece. See if we get anything. And maybe next time I'll think to clean that front glass. Sorry about that. But yeah, have a good one. Hope you enjoy your tanks, and yeah, we'll see you soon.